Hi everyone. So the first thing I want to do is just give you a little update on this block. So I've still got a bit more work I want to do on it, but I just thought I'd show you where I'm up to. I've stitched on different buttons so they look like candies or lollies across the roof. And the other thing I've done is I decided to do seed stitch. Can you see all over the background? There's all seed stitch all the way around because it was lifting up a lot. And I did think about stitching along the hexagons, which would have been almost like quilting them down. And I tried that on the bottom, but they were still a bit sort of all over the place. So I did seed stitching, random seed stitching, and I like it because it now feels like a quilt. You can see all the little stitches everywhere. So I just stitched with some crochet cotton. But anyway, that's an update on that block. I still think I might do a little bit of embroidery around here, and I've got a bit of space here where I'll do it. Stitched on this pretty button that I got from my friend Pam. And I'm thinking about stitching one of the little French laundry labels. So it's got like a number on the house. So I'll show you that when I'm done. I've still got some more work to do. And now on to last week's block. So this is where I'm at. What I need to do today is to stitch down the holly, work out how I want that positioned. Got to play around with it, see how I like the look of it. I'm thinking one coming down there, maybe this one going there, that way. Actually, I might leave a little gap because then I'll put my berries in. Okay, so I'm going to start off by stitching these down. Just pin them down. Okay. I think I have that one running up that way. Pin them all down in place. And then this is a Steph Francis thread. I think it's the mercerized cotton. And it's variegated greens. So I'm going to use that. Okay. So what I'm thinking is that I will do some embroidery through the middle to make it look like, actually what I'll do is I'm going to stitch around the outside first, and then I might do a little bit of embroidery through the middle. So I just want to hold it in place. I'm going to do little stitches, little overcast stitches around the edge. So I'll just show you to begin with how I'll do that, and then I'll pop off the video and finish stitching it down. Well, what might be nice actually, if I get a nice thread, a nice green one, I might couch it down so it's like got a chunky vein running through the middle of the holly leaf. I'll think about that. I might do that. I do have the same kind of dye lot of, these are silk threads. That might look cool. Give it a bit of texture. Okay, so just little overcast stitches around the outside in the variegated thread. Now, Rach and I have been talking. There is an extra Wednesday. Just working out, Monday is the 28th, Tuesday is the 29th. Yes, Wednesday is the 30th. So we do have an extra Wednesday. What we're going to do, Rach sent me a message tonight, and what we're going to do is we're going to reveal the 1st December prompt next Wednesday. And we're also going to reveal details about Volume 3. So we'll do both. To get you going, we were thinking about releasing the December prompts early, just because I know some people are still catching up. I've certainly got work to do on my other blocks. I'm not finished on most of them. So if we get the 2 prompts done early, you can decide if you want to do them or not. Otherwise, if you have time in December, because December gets really busy, you could just work on finishing off what you're doing. So there is going to be some opportunity to put together your thing, because you might even want to put together whatever you're doing, whether it's a wall hanging or whatever. You might even want to put it together and give it to someone for Christmas. So I want to give you time to be able to do that. We don't want to be revealing prompts right towards the end of December. So we do have 2 more to go. The first one will come up next week, and then the next one, I'll talk to Rach. We might even do it the week after, just to give you that time in December to finish off your lovely volume 2. Okay, so I think you get the idea, again, of what I'm doing, just an overcast stitch around the edge. So I'll pop off the video, and I will come back once I've stitched down all my holly leaves. So I'll see you in a sec. Bye. All right, so I stitched down my leaves, and then I just did some random stitches to be like stems. I changed my mind about the couching. So I'll just show you how I did this. It's kind of a feather stitch, this one. So you just come in at the peak, and you go in at the peak, the side sort of peak of the leaf, and then back in. Sorry, some of these parts of this thing is a bit thick. Okay, so kind of make a L shape, and then I do the same, coming in this side, coming a little bit further down the center spine. Ugh, it's really thick there. I think I'm going through the rick-rack and multiple layers of fabric. And I'm pretty sure this is a milliner's needle, so it's probably, what have I done? Okay, sorry, meant to go have my thread up this side. Okay, so in here, ooh, that's thick, and into the middle. Just hook that over the edge, so get it on top, and then into the side and through the middle. So it's just really random stitching for my stems, and then through the bottom. Okay, I think it's okay. Looks like kind of random stems on the leaves. Thread it through a couple of times and we'll be good to go. All right, now what I need to do is a little cluster of berries. So I've got these red ones. This is, I don't know, what is this fabric, Rach? It's kind of a red velvet, double-sided velvet. It's quite interesting. All right, so I'll get a, oh, this is perfect. Same kind of thread. This is an old one. It's Cotton Embroiderer. Don't even know what brand. I've got a few of these, different colours. Find them at my crafty op shop. This one's a little bit thicker. It's a bit thicker than this one. Same kind of feel to the cotton, like maybe it's one of those mercerized type of cottons. Okay, so I've just got to decide what I want to do with my berries. I can either do little stitches around the outside, or I thought about stitching across. So stitching, if it was here, I'd stitch this way, then that way, just to hold it down loosely. And I've also thought about doing some beading on it or stitching a button down. So many options. I think I might go for a cross and see how that looks, because if I don't like it, I can always take it out. Just coming straight across one way. So they won't be really secure around the outside, but the cross will hold it in places. It's not going to come up. It's just going to have little flappy sides. See, flappy sides. Quite like that, because I like an X, a cross stitch, kind of like a big cross stitch. Okay, try another one. Okay, so one way. And then I'll come the other way. Big cross. And then one last one, kind of, this is a felted wool in kind of an orangey tone. I'm going to keep the same colour red thread. I kind of like that. That's cool. Put my thread through a couple of times. And now up to the top. I need 3 berries up the top as well. Now also in terms of the little flowers here, that's like a linen. I've got to think about that. I am thinking about maybe embroidering on top of the flower, doing like the, you know, painting with threads kind of technique. And adding more red to the flower so it's a little bit more Christmassy, taking out the pink. But I probably need to think about that a little further. I might not do it on camera tonight, but I can always give you an update in another video. All right, so I did have a chat to Rach, quick chat to Rach tonight, and as I said before at the start of this video, we are going to reveal the first prompt. That is confirmed. We will do that next week, the 1st December prompt, even though it's the last day of November. We are just mindful about releasing those last 2 prompts, as I said before, to give you time to decide what you want to do. So some people might even be done by Christmas. And then the week after that, we are going to release the second prompt early, which will be the first Wednesday of December. Also, next week, confirmed, we are going to tell you all about volume 3. So it'll be a separate video. I won't put them in the same video. It will be, I will do episode 1. Rach and I will have a good chat this week and work out exactly what we're going to tell you. So I'll do episode 1, and then Rach is going to do episode 2. So basically the plan is I'll kind of give you the overview of the project, and then Rachel will talk more about the project and about gathering supplies and things like that. So by the time you watch our 2 videos with the reveal of volume 3, you should have a good idea of bits and pieces you might want to start gathering, and some ideas will start running through your head, ready for a start in January. Now, I don't know if Rachel's told you this, but we're going to be away right at the start of January. So, but don't worry, if we are, actually we could probably film our videos while we're away. We just have to take a little bit of stuff with us because we are going up to Queensland. We're going up to see our brother and stay at his place for a few days, and then I'm just thinking, I'm looking for my button tin. I actually really like the crosses. I think they're really cute. We're going to see our brother. All my bright beads. Love these. Oh, that's such a nice one. It's a pearl one. Not quite what I'm looking for. I do like that on there though. But I've got another idea of what I want. It's the wrong button tin. I've got 3 button tins. Let me see if my next one is the one I'm after. I think it is. So all my button tins are Quality Street, old Quality Street tins. I've got 3 of them because that's what our granny used to do. So it reminds me of granny. Anyway, back to my story. We're going up to Queensland. We're going to see our brother for a few days. These are my special buttons. So these are all from lovely Pam. They'd look nice. I want a cluster of 3 of the same buttons. All these little packets are gorgeous buttons from Pam that I keep using bits and pieces. And then these are other special buttons. Some of these, again, were from Pam, but some are from other people, or I've found them, and they're all my, like, special ones. So I love, as you know, I love the linen covered ones. And I was wanting to find some little ones, which, let me see, I want the little ones. I want the little old ones. That's an old one. That's the kind of thing I'm looking for. That one's a bit big. So I've got a lot of my mother of pearl buttons, special buttons that have been gifted to me. I wanted 3 of these. I've got another one that's a bit older. Yep. Gifted to me from people, lovely, lovely, generous people, or they're just cool ones that I've found. And then my other button tin, I'll just show you, is this one. Now this Quality Street tin is not as old. It's one where we actually did eat the chocolates out of it. And this button tin is just all my white, glossy. Some of them are old, some of them are, well, a lot of them are from the sewing basket. So these are my white and neutrally kind of colours. So they're my 3 button tins. I love this tin the best. How good is that old tin? I'll just get the light off it. It is so cute. I found it at an antique store. $14 it cost me. So cute. Anyway, enough about my tins and my buttons. Let's get stitching. So I'm going to keep the same red, contrast with the green, and I'm going to stitch down these 3 buttons at the bottom. Okay, this is a really lovely soft cotton, I must say. All right, so one's getting stitched down here. Ugh, that is something thick to get through. Okay. I want the red to be nice and visible, so I'm going to go through it a few times. Usually I do 3 and then I feel like it's fixed down very well, or stitched down very well. So anyway, back to my story about my brother again. So we're going up to his place. He lives in Brisbane. So after Christmas, we're going to go up there for a few days. Rach hasn't seen his place because he bought it basically during COVID time. Mum and I got to go up there last January, and we've stayed at his place in January. We went there for a week or so. So we'll have a few days there, do some fun things. Maybe Angus, you're going to decide. Well, Angus is not going to watch this video, but anyway, he will decide some fun things for us to do, places to go. And then we're driving up to a place called Maroochydore, which I think, if anyone lives there, correct me if I'm wrong, is on the Sunshine Coast, a little bit further up past Brisbane. And we've rented an Airbnb house for, I think it's like 5 days or something. So, yeah. And then we'll come back to Brisbane, stay one more night with Angus, and then we'll come back to Sydney. So we'll be back in the new year. So that is going to be fun. Tropical Queensland will be hot, really hot by then. Actually, it's probably already really hot now. And then I'm sure we'll have a very busy time doing a million things while Rach is here before she leaves towards the end of January. But the good news is my son's birthday is near the end of January, and Rach will be here for it. She thinks she goes home the day after. So Jamie will be happy about that, to have everyone here for his birthday. He's turning 17. Lulu's just turned 17. I can't believe it. She is, what is it, about 8 weeks older than Jamie, I think. So I can't believe they're both turning 7. Well, one's turned 17, one's about to. Sounds so old. Okay, so the final thing that I just think I'm going to do on my cover, I'll have to have a think about whether I embroider that. I might come back to that later. Is I just wanted to do some cross stitches in this red thread again, just on the green. Kind of a little bit of mark making. All right, and then I do have more work on this. Obviously, I've got to work on the back. I've got to find a book because my idea is that I'm going to attach it, this soft cover, to a hardcover book. You won't see the book under. It'll just give it the hard, solid base. I'm just doing crosses. So I need to find a book that is a good size and see if I need to increase the size of this because my pages are all really random sizes. I was having a think the other day about which way I would like to do my book, my journal, my Christmas journal, and I think I'm going to give Rachel's method a go, try the accordion style. I haven't done that before. I think it can probably work quite well with my pages being different sizes, but I'll probably have to extend some of my pieces with bits of fabric, and I'll show you how I'll do that. Similar technique to what Rachel has done in the past by extending some extra fabrics. I'm going to do, rather than 3 because I've got 3 at the bottom, I'm going to do 5 crosses across the top. Odd numbers, always odd numbers if possible. They just seem to work better than evens. All right, just finish this off and I'll give you a little view of the front, and then that will do for now until I decide what else I want to do. Okay, so there we go. My Santa, oh, the other thing, actually I just thought of something. The other thing, because this is a bit bubbly, can you see that it's kind of a bit bubbly? I will do it later because it's boring to watch that. One thing you can do when your fabric's a bit bubbly like that is do seed stitching on it. So that was the other thing I was thinking, just where the neutral background is, the cream, all through here. I thought I might do some seed stitching. It'll give it a nice quilted effect as well. So I'll probably do that off camera, not tonight. I'll do it another night. Again, I'll probably just use this cotton like I used on this, and my seed stitches got bigger. This was the first part I did where they're quite small, and as I went around they got bigger until I got large like that. I think I might try and do small ones. Okay, so that will be another thing I might do. The other thing I could do is just little French knots like there's snow is another option. I might do that. I'll have a think about it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed just seeing how I've been finishing off my Santa block, my Santa cover, and I will see you next week, which will be, I think I'm revealing the December one, so I'll be posting videos first. So we'll see you next week for the reveal of the first December prompt. Okay, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.